Your baby cannot tell you what makes them feel safe. They cannot hand you a manual for their nervous system. 5 small habits you already have the power to do are shaping whether your baby grows up feeling secure inside their own skin. I'm not talking about expensive toys or perfect parenting. I'm talking about 5 completely ordinary things. Loving exhausted parents like you do every single day. Stay with me, because habit number 3 is the one almost every parent underestimates, and the research behind it genuinely stopped me cold. And by the time we reach number 5, you'll never look at a quiet moment with your baby the same way again. This isn't about guilt, because guilt doesn't change anything. This is about understanding, because once you understand it, you change it tonight. Let's start. Number 1. Responding fast to their cries in the early months. It is 2 in the morning, and you are running on 3 hours of sleep and cold coffee. Your baby whimpers, and something in you weighs whether to wait it out or go in. You go in, and you say the ordinary thing. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. Your voice is a little tight, and your hands are a little cold, and you still show up. But here's what's actually happening. Mary Ainsworth's landmark Baltimore study followed 26 mother-infant pairs across the entire first year of life. Her team measured every cry and every response inside the home itself, hour by hour, week by week. The babies whose mothers answered quickly and warmly in the first 3 months cried far less by 12 months. Those same babies showed the pattern she named secure attachment inside her strange situation procedure. Fast, warm answering in the early months builds a baby who trusts that their world responds to them. Their nervous system is writing a first draft of what other humans do when they need something. One delayed answer doesn't rewire your baby's brain. Life happens, showers happen, other children happen, phone calls happen. The overall pattern is what your baby's nervous system is learning from. What to say instead of nothing. I hear you, I'm coming. Which brings you to number 2, and this one lives in the smallest moments of your day. Number 2, serve and return. Your baby babbles at you from the playmat. They make a sound that means absolutely nothing and everything at once. You look up from your phone, meet their eyes, and babble the sound right back to them. Their whole face lights up like you just handed them the world. That tiny loop feels like play. But here's the surprising part. The Harvard Center on the Developing Child, led by Dr. Term, Jack Shonkoff, calls this exchange serve and return. They describe it as the single most important interaction for building healthy brain architecture in your baby's first year. In studies of parent-infant pairs, the number of back-and-forth conversational turns before 18 months predicted your child's language and cognitive outcomes years later. Those turns predicted outcomes more strongly than the sheer number of words your baby heard around them. Turns matter more than volume. Your baby doesn't need a monologue from you. They need a partner in you. If you missed the last 20 serves because dinner was burning and the dog was barking, those don't count against you. Serve and return is a rhythm, not a scorecard. Your baby is not keeping count, and neither's their brain. What to do instead of talking at them, pause, wait for their sound, and answer it as if it were a full sentence. Which brings you to number 3, and this is the one I told you would stop you cold. Number 3, repair after rupture. You lost it. Maybe you snapped. Maybe your voice went sharp. Maybe you set your baby in the crib a little harder than you meant to and walked out to breathe. You feel sick about it. You lie in bed replaying the 5 seconds you wish you could take back. You wonder quietly if you just did something that shows on a brain scan. And here's what gets really interesting. Dr. Edward Tronick's still face experiment has been replicated in labs around the world since 1975. In his coding of hundreds of mother-infant interactions, roughly 70% of moments between mother and baby were out of sync, not in sync. The babies who thrived were not the ones with perfect mothers. They were the ones whose mothers repaired the disconnection with soft eyes, a warm voice, and re-engagement. Rupture isn't the wound. Unrepaired rupture is the wound your baby learns from. And the good news is that repair is one of the most powerful moves in the entire first year. So the sharp moment you had tonight is not the story your baby is learning. You're coming back as the story. What to do instead of shame spiraling? Go back to your baby. Get low, soften your face, and say, I got frustrated and I'm here now. Which brings you to number 4. And this one is so quiet most parents don't realize they're doing the opposite. Number 4, holding your baby through big feelings without fixing. Your baby is crying and you have tried everything. The bottle, the diaper, the bounce, the shush, The song your own mother sang to you when you were their size. Nothing is working, and you feel your own chest tighten. But here's what's actually happening. Dr. Son, Alan Shore at UCLA, has shaped modern attachment neuroscience for over 3 decades of work on affect regulation. He describes the right brain of the caregiver as an external regulator for your baby's still developing right brain. When you stay physically close and emotionally steady while your baby cries, their heart rate and cortisol come down in step with yours within minutes of the connection. Your calm becomes their calm through your skin, your voice, your breath, and your steady weight. You do not have to stop the tears to help. Your presence is the help. If you had to put your baby down safely in the crib for 2 minutes to steady your own breath, that was wise, not cold. Steadying yourself is part of steadying them. Your breath, slowed on purpose, is the first tool they borrow from you. What to say instead of fixing, this is a big feeling, and I'm right here with you. Which brings you to number 5, the one I mentioned at the start. We are 4 in, and I have to ask, are you seeing yourself in any of these? Most parents do, and that's the whole point. These aren't things bad parents skip. They're things every parent is already reaching for, some days clumsily, some days beautifully. Number 5, predictable, low-drama presence in your ordinary moments. You are changing your baby's diaper for the 8th time today. You are not narrating a lesson. You are not performing for study. You are just there, humming, warm hands, familiar smell. Your baby stares up at you like you are the whole ceiling of their world. Here's the surprising part. D.W. Winnicott, the British pediatrician who coined the phrase "the good enough mother" in 1953, argued that secure attachment is not built in the dramatic moments. Winnicott believed it is built in what he called the ordinary, devoted care. The thousands of small, repeated, unremarkable interactions across your baby's first year. Later research from the Minnesota Longitudinal Study of Risk and Adaptation followed 180 children from birth into adulthood. That study found the strongest predictor of secure attachment at 12 months was not intensity, but consistency. Your baby's brain is not counting your best moments. Your baby's brain is averaging your ordinary ones. If today felt boring and repetitive and small, that is not a failure of parenting. That is the exact texture of secure attachment being built inside your arms. What to do instead of chasing enrichment, let a diaper change, a feeding, or a walk to the window be the whole event, done slowly. If you feel a little seen right now, maybe a little tender about the moments you recognize in yourself, that isn't guilt. That is attunement. It is the same quality that makes you the parent your baby needs you to be. Winnicott's whole point was that the good enough parent is not the perfect one, and your baby is not shaped by your disconnection. Your baby is shaped by your coming back. Tonight, when you lift your baby out of the bath and their damp head finds the curve of your neck, that is the whole science. The warmth, the return, the ordinary weight of them against your body. That is habits 1 through 5, all at once in your arms. If this gave you a new way of seeing your baby, share it with another parent who needs to hear it tonight. I'll see you in the next one.